Good morning, YouTubers. I thought I'd do a little walk around, talk around, good morning kind of thing. And I'm going to go back a ways. Oh man, look at the beautiful sky. Wow. What a day this is going to be. Now birds singing. So it was back in, I think it was 2007. I was living in Maine. I was working at a job, and someone had given me a camera. It was kind of like a promotional thing. I won an event at work, and they gave me a camera. And I didn't know the camera would shoot video. Back then, to shoot video, you had to get a camera. The one I had was one you would sit on your shoulder because it was big, and it had a battery. You had a pad that hung over your shoulder, and you had a battery that went down behind you, so you carried the battery, and the camera was kind of lightweight. You held it up on your shoulder and take pictures with it. And they had other cameras that would have the battery in them, and they were even bigger. You know, people would walk around with them up on their shoulders and stuff. And that was the modern thing back in those days. Well, I was given a camera because I did something at work. And I didn't even know you could shoot video with it, but it had a little setting for video, so I shot. I tried it. I pointed it at something, and I shot a video, and I thought, oh, this is cool. This will work. Well, at that time, I was single. I was exploring the internet. I had discovered this thing called Funny Videos, and on Funny Videos, you could see funny videos, which was, you know, I didn't watch TV. So I'd go on the computer, I'd pull up funny videos. Well, I noticed some of the videos I was watching was on this thing called YouTube, which I had never heard of. But I went over to YouTube and I looked at it, and it appeared that on YouTube, you could shoot a video and load it, and it would be out there forever. And I thought, that can't be. So I shot one. At that time, I was living in Maine. My son was living in Florence, South Carolina. And I still had the Rambler up there back then, and he had said something about he wished I was around to teach him how to fix stuff. And so I said, well, I'll tell you what, I've just discovered this thing called YouTube, and it looks like you can make videos and put them on there. And I got a camera that shoots videos, so I shot a video, put it up. Lo and behold, it worked. It was like a 15-second video of me pointing the camera at I think I might have, I know the car was running, and I might have been adjusting the valves or something, or I might not have been, but that was my first video. Well, since I started YouTube, I've put up at least a video every day without fail. I don't think there's ever been a day since then that I haven't put up at least one video. And I'm not talking about shorts. Shorts is a new thing to YouTube. We made videos back in the early days. The first video I ever saw was of Waylon Wire. He used to call himself 63 Impala two-door back then. And George was in there, old Stoney and Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and there was a few of us. There's some guys that don't really make videos much anymore that were there. There's been some people that died. But, you know, I have been making at least a video a day for all these years, and last week we drove up to Quebec. There was a graduation in Cannon, New York, and one of my wife's granddaughters graduated from college. So we went up for the graduation, and the graduation was in Potsdam. No, it was in Cannon. No, we stayed in Potsdam, and the graduation was in Cannon, I think. And then we went up to Montreal just because we were so close. The whole family was there, so we thought, well, let's go visit Montreal. So we did that. So I've been on the road for a week, and I'm back home now, and I'm kind of walking around imagining what all I'm going to do now that I'm back. And I'll show you you can see the grass is pretty tall, which is not a bad thing. It's good for a lawn to let it go to seed. In fact, I remember when I was a young feller, this guy came to work and he was talking about his neighbor went on vacation and his grass got really long, so he went out and cut his grass for him. When he got back, the neighbor was mad because he said he was letting it go to seed. Well, we've got some grass that's gone to seed here. This part over here is really long. My wife fertilizes that, and she cuts it herself. But she cuts it with this little battery-powered electric Ryobi push mower. And she might need me to take a whack at it with my big mower just because it has gotten so long. But I need to cut the grass. I've got some places over here around the pool where the weeds are starting to grow up, so I need to get my little weed whacker out and need to cut back here. The banana tree is kind of big, and every day I walk over there to turn the pool on. So you can see this is all grown up here, and this is like kind of grown up back here. And the pool came out good, even though we were gone for a week. The pool looks real nice. It wasn't terribly dirty, and I turned the pump on and put my little pool robot in there, and it looks good as it could. And back here the grass has gotten really long, so I'll be getting out here today and cutting the grass. And I kind of like that it's long for the same reason. That allows this stuff to kind of go to seed, and when I cut it, I'm going to cut it kind of high so that it will reseed the lawn at the same time. And I'm going to cut it with my smaller mower, which is the one down there in front of the rat rod. Let's see, I can zoom y'all out. So Dad's 165 is the one closest to the door down there, and that's the one I'll use for this area. It's smaller, it's easy to get up in this small space, and it's got that new old engine that I put on it, so that should work really well. Speaking about the rat rod, we have a car show coming up Saturday. It's going to be in Hartwell. It's what they call the Cars and Guitars car show. It's actually a pretty good show. They have a lot going on there. They have usually, sometimes they have events. They have like live music and stuff like that. They used to have a boat show because Hartwell is on Lake Hartwell, and there's a lot of boating people there. And they were talking about maybe they'll go back to having the boat show. They stopped that during the COVID, but I was thinking, well, if they go back to having a boat show, I'll take the Boston Whaler. That's my other project. I left it right where it was, but I've had some materials show up, different paints and compounds for fiberglass. So I'll be getting back to work on this, but the first thing I'm going to do is get the grass cut. And I need to empty the tank on the camper down there. I have to do that pretty often. You can see how nice the grass is. It's nice and long. The rat rod's ready to go. I just need to top off the gas tank on it and on the Studebaker. The Studebaker had a loose connector or a battery terminal that wasn't making a connection, and Bill came over to move it this weekend because they use our barn, our garage, to dance in, and he moved it out. And when he came to bring it back in, oh, there's a bird in here. I better leave this up so the birds don't get trapped, because I see one in there flying around. That's a problem. You can have, there it goes. See you, fella. Glad you got away. What was I saying? So Bill came over and backed the Studebaker out, and then it wouldn't start, so he just rolled it back in. But I got that fixed first thing. I got up early this morning. And also one of these pipes fell off, and we decided we liked it just as well without it. We thought it sounded better and looked better too, so I'm going to be taking this other pipe off over here. So we're just going to run these pipes and let them end right where they end right there. So this car will need to be gassed up. I still got a few days. This is Wednesday. I need to do some weed whacking out around that building, that camper out there too. So that's what's on my list for today. And You know, one of the things I was thinking early this morning is, hey, I don't have a video made for tomorrow. And, you know, going along with my, how many years has that been? Since 2007, that would be 2017 would be 10 years, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, here would be another 7 years, 17 years. So I may have put up a video a day for 7 years, or something like that, depending on, I can't remember the exact date I started putting up a video every day, but it was somewhere back in there. So probably the first thing I'll do is, let's see, I kind of like for the grass to get dry. So maybe the first thing I'll do is gas up the rat rod and the hot rod. I've already got the pool running. I've already got the starter battery fixed on the Studebaker. So then I guess after that, I'll start cutting grass. And I get all those things done. I'll go back to working on the boat. And I'm kind of looking forward to working on the boat. In fact, I'm really looking forward to working on it and getting it done. Getting it in the water and testing it out with that little 6 horsepower motor on there. See how it goes with it. And we get all that done. Might be time to think about putting the motor back in the Rambler. That motor sitting back there in the corner. Oh yeah, you can't see it from here, but you can. I'm enjoying my little zoomer here. You can see it if I do that. Back there. I think. Maybe. You can see it better if I walk in there. I appreciate y'all putting up with me and making videos about whatever I think and whatever I say and whatever I'm going to do on a particular time. I know that they're not super interesting. I know that I don't have fluorescent green giant letters announcing some late breaking news that you've all got to watch right away, or you'll miss out and the world will come to an end. It's just some old guy walking around talking about what I'm going to do today. And you know, for some of you watch this stuff in spite of myself. I sure do appreciate you. Let's get one more shot of that beautiful sky before I stop this, because this is what we kind of do here. We just kind of mosey around and talk about what we're going to do today. I was showing you the big beautiful sky. Since I walked down there, the sun has come up. So get out here and take a look at that. Sometimes when you shine it right at the sun, you can't see too much else, but it begins to brighten up the house and everything around here. It's gonna be a great day. So I appreciate y'all, and those of you that are of mine too, stay tuned and we'll see what happens around here next and whatever it is. We got a saying around here. Honey Baby says if it ain't on video, it didn't happen. So whatever I do next will be on video. Love y'all, appreciate you. I'll see you later. Goodbye.